Alright, let's get back to the game. Why not? Yeah, let's go to the well, man. That sounds great. First of all, I'm gonna wait like a... You know what? Why am I even about to make it more difficult for myself? Did we get more books? The Commander's Orders? We have the map of the jail. Those aren't books. So I'm actually not gonna be stupid and don my disguise, and we'll just walk to the well. Why even make your life more difficult? We can just live our life, you know? And the red mist, the red mist is gonna make it so much easier to find these stupid collectibles. That's why they gave it to us. Now we can use the red mist to like find the beetles and find like all that sort of stuff. Ah! Okay. Alright. So what I did is I unlocked the well while standing on the door, and I fell to death. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Hey, I ain't gonna complain about clips. Mr. Big Man Twitch likes it when I get clips. Alright, now I'm not gonna fall like an idiot. I'm willing to bet this is how you get through the West Gate. You have to go down here through the well. Obviously, it all makes sense when you're down here. No, I guess it doesn't. I guess there's like not actually much remains. Oh, this is the jailer. He's just fucking dead. Someone dumped him down the well. What? Ah! Hey, slashes. Comfort food you'd recommend to a foreigner. Beef stew. Nice British beef stew, like nice goopy with like some dumplings and some taters in there, maybe. You know, that's like the ultimate like winter food. I'm one-handing it right now. I'm having conversations with people about this. Fried chicken? Fried chicken, I mean, is nice, but is it a comfort food? I guess I've eaten fried chicken when I'm sad before. I've been like, oh, you know what? I need fried chicken, so. But I could say that about nearly anything. Italian wedding soup, chicken dumplings. Oh no, is that a different thing? I don't even know what Italian wedding soup is. Cause like one of the best comfort foods for me for like if I'm sick is just straight up tomato soup, like out of a can. Sometimes it just gets the itch. Can I steal this from under your face? I just can. Alright. Scow! What can I do for you? Sir, I'm afraid the jailer is murdered. Murdered? You're certain? I discovered his body at the bottom of the well. And you didn't think to say anything? I found him before you summoned me here. What evidence do you have of this? It's the jailer's obol. This is his blood? Thank you, Scow. Should I continue my investigation? No, leave it with me, Private. Rest assured, the killer will be brought to justice. Now, I'm grateful, Scow, for your assistance in this matter. I'd like to do something for you in return. What do you have in mind, sir? Well, let's see now. Your armor, Scow, it's rather ill-fitting, isn't it? I mean, look at you. You can barely walk in it. I can have the smithy make some adjustments for you. Shave off some of the weight. Cut down the folds, retail the greaves so you can move more freely. Oh, and I should have him brief you about the traps, given all the problems we're having with spiders. But one thing at a time now, yeah? Take this to the smithy, he'll know what to do with it. What do you know, sir, about Silas? Silas Wagstaff, why do you ask? Part of my inquiry, sir. I'm glad to see you're being so thorough. He is a good soldier. Soldier? I always did that. True story. Okay, so there's a food called eggs and soldiers. If you don't know what it is, you take I think it's like a hard-boiled egg? I don't know. It's some kind of boiled egg. You crack it, and you dip like bread or toast into it, and they're the soldiers. But I can always used to say eggs and shoulders, which, because I'm just stupid and can't speak. Really long pause, what's up? He's a good soldier, conscientious discipline, tends to keep to himself. Likes a drink or two now and again, but who among us doesn't? He was demoted for a few years back, some incident in the north, if correctly. One curious thing, he requested a transfer to his garrison. Gave up quite a comfortable post, I believe. Anything I could do for you? Play for me, Scow. Play anything, surprise me. Ooh. The Gilded Warrior. Alright. Italian wedding soup has meatballs in it? And pasta? That's just pasta. I mean, I guess if you get a really soupy pasta, it's all that stuff. This is definitely the song to play to like a commander who definitely wants to be from the times of old. Covered in cheese? Cheese soup is beyond me. So the thing about those is that I totally would love to sing along to them, but like, it's kind of hard to because of the way they do it. Like, I can tell how to sing a bit, but like only like a little bit after the fact, so it'd be all weird and discontimed. Everything inside me makes me want to sing along with the bardic songs, but I just can't because of the way it's timed. Have you ever thought about singing professionally, Scout? On occasion, sir. Don't. Smuggling ring, master's identity, let's go. We can get this armor upgraded. Cheese soup, MVP of soups? Nah, man, I don't think cheese belongs in soup. I think that's crazy talk. Talk of a madman. Oh, and he just straight closed his door. We should have gone around looking for more collectibles. I don't think cheese belongs in soup, man. I mean, of course, here's the thing about cheese. I love cheese. But because I'm lactose intolerant, I'm not well versed in the true potential of cheese. Because, you know, you can't really go too deep when you can't eat the cheese. So we can talk to Rolo. Join the Red Paw. What's something you need? Private. I have orders from you from the commander. Is that right? He said you know what to do with them. I'd like to tell him what to do with them. I'd like to tell him what to do with them. Takes the paper, breaks the seal, and reads, alright, so I can either work on your armor or teach you about these spider traps, your choice. What can you do in the armor? Let's see. I can shave some of the parts down, rework the chest plate, make it all lighter. I told you I just spot a hidden trap so you don't fall into one yourself. Not right now. Give me the armor. I'm gonna do that. 6 hours then and not before. Great. Because if we get the armor upgraded, that's gonna make me be all the better. So now, I guess we continue the search for beetle eggs. But now we have the power of the red mist. Basically, if I press right bumper, it shows me all the interactable things nearby. And of course, it doesn't look like it's doing much because most of the interactable things I've already got. Because a lot of the interactable things are pretty obvious, but these beetle eggs, like, they might be, like, on the other side of a window or something. And that's why I really like the idea of, looking around. And that's what the red mist looks like. Just a tiny, tiny little spark of red. But I'm willing to bet the beetle eggs, the last beetle eggs, are in... Hey, what's this? Oh, the armory. I'm willing to bet the last beetle eggs are actually in the far tower, which is a place we can't go right now. That's what I think is going on. The songs are, like, good. I just wish... I don't know. Bottle of rock gut. I guess he drinks a lot. Drinks to forget. That's... If you're talking D&D stuff, slashes... Fog is pretty easy to do and not weird at all, and I don't think you even really need to, like, ask opinions of it, because it's so easy to do, it's so normal, like, do it. Like, fog is just a very easy thing to add to give combat a bit more flavor. It's not going to be very hard. There's straight up rules for it in the books. In D&D. Not gonna break any, it's not gonna be crazy. Like crazy hard to do or anything like that. It's more cinematic than it is actually, you know, rulesy. Yeah, I bet the other beetles are in the far tower. So I guess I need to talk to Fatal at nighttime. Actually, there's a bed here. And we need to wait for time to pass anyway. So why don't we, like, make it nearly nighttime, then we go to the blacksmith, and then we hang around until it's actually nighttime. We go to, like, here. Smithy's done. We go hang out. We're like, hey, dude. What up? Sure. Like, again, slashes, that's not... You don't need to ask opinions for that kind of stuff. That's... You've already got it sorted out. You don't need to ask for approval. You got it done. My dude, give me my armor. Afternoon, mouse. All done. It's not perfect, but you'll notice the difference. Probably do more. Alright. And then we're gonna wait for night time when one of the mice is gonna go to sleep. Mr. Rat Friend is really using... Yes! What Fatal is telling us, and Gusto, is that Silas is using us for his own agenda, which we already know, right? He sent a beetle out to... If the quest of his game is that we're looking for our wife, right? We're slowly finding out more about the backstory of Tilo and his wife, Mira. And that's what we're looking for. Silas said that he sent a message out. I'm willing to bet he hasn't actually, and it was like, he showed us sending it the message, but I don't think it actually was anything to do with that. And I think he's just using us. But, because basically he's getting us to deal with the spider problem right now, because there's a chest he wants down in the spider-infested areas. But, actually, let's check the quest right now. This is a safe place to do it. But I don't think we can do it yet. Yeah. Descend deep into the catacombs is the west gate. Take the key to Silas's footlocker. Where's that? Maybe I can ask the blacksmith. I didn't realize that actually there's a straight up quest about Silas. We should probably do that. But I don't know where his key would be. It might be up in his room, and we just, you know, haven't found it properly, which is an option, I guess. And now we can interact with these to open this, but we don't have the password for that yet. So yeah, I mean, I like the idea of doing the Sealer's Quest. It's just where would we find the key to his footlocker, aside from on him, I guess? And I'm willing to bet we can't just ask him or in his room, but maybe we'll look back up there later. I was kind of hoping that nighttime would fall and that you'd fall asleep, mate. It's kind of what I'm waiting for, actually. Kind of literally waiting for you to fall asleep, Gusto. Right now. Where does this go again? This goes right down to the jails, which isn't... I don't think the jail is related to anything we need to do. I think we're essentially done in the jails, aside from... I think there's going to be more stuff underground. What do you want about lightning? Do you mean tomorrow? Yavaskir... The stream tomorrow is Yavaskir. The Monday game is also Yavaskir, like I've been saying. My games are running Yavaskir. That's the point. Tilo, Gusto, go to sleep. Oh, can I actually sense him right now? Because the sensibility I accidentally took is, like, actually kind of crappy. I don't really care about it. It's Yavaskir. Like I've been saying, my Monday games have always been Yavaskir. The whole point of Yavaskir is it's an ever-growing setting with multiple games in it. Apparently the buzzword term I've heard other people use is a living world, but that's a bullshit buzzword. Why is it not nighttime, my dudes? Why is it still daytime? Now it's... No, what? I'm just gonna hide in here, because I always hide in here. Yeah, it's the homebrew setting that I've run the show in, and... Oh, I thought you knew Lightning, because, you know, I talk about it all the time, and I'm fairly sure you've been here while I've done streams explicitly talking about it. Yeah, Yavaskir is my homebrew setting that I've been making for about 5 years. It's the same as, you know, I take a lot of traditional D&D ideas and I've just changed them slowly over time with the help of my players and stuff like that. It's the setting for my stream. It's the setting for my Monday game. I've been running other games in it, which is why, you know, everything fleshed out is stuff that's been explored in games. It's weird burned. Twitch has been doing some weird stuff recently. Oh, wait, can I burn that? I'm gonna burn that. I can totally burn that. I just need to hardcore parkour. To be fair, a lot of my content is basically a podcast. You asleep now, Gusto? Gusto, go to bed! Gusto! I need you to go to sleep, man. I can only make time pass when I'm sleeping, just like real life. We could try and brute force this puzzle, I guess. You know, you should praise me like you should. Gusto, go to bed. My dude. I need you to be asleep. No, there's no fox people in Yavaskir, at least that have been fleshed out, I guess. It's nighttime! That man should be asleep. That should be a sleepy boy. No one can convince me otherwise. Anything we missed down here? There's the warning, there's this chest that's locked. Oh, this chest isn't locked, it's got candles in it. There's a bottle, there's some more Garan. In D&D, because basically the whole idea for Yavaskir is assume everything is kind of normal D&D at first. In D&D there's a race of cat-like people called Tabaxi that exist in Yavaskir. They're kind of like Khajiit, but more beast-like, I guess, than the Khajiit you see in the games. Alright, Gusto's finally gone to sleep. I'll be so annoyed. Yavaskir Uncanny D&D? Nah, it's just, you know, I've slowly been changing things to make the world more mine. Hoi! Oh, it's you. Still no news on my wife. You still haven't given up hope? Do I look like the sort to give up? Actually, yes, you look like exactly the sort, but what do I know? She's lucky to have you looking out for her. Doesn't Gusto look out for you? Gusto, he does, but he's my brother. He's stuck with me. He doesn't think that's me. He says it all the time. Tell you what, if you can bring me all 12 fate cards, I'll do a reading for you. We already did that. Maybe I can augur Mira's fate. You can do that. Of course, my Uma taught me. Full hand of cards will let me glimpse the world outside of these walls and maybe Mira. Here's the fate cards. All right, that's all 12. Now, give me a moment to unravel the threads of fate. What do the fates say? Mira is alive. You sure? I may lie, but the cards don't. She's between two fates, lost in the split of the deck. It's not clear. What do you mean? Her fate's still undecided. But she's alive, I promise you that. I could sing you a lullaby. The maiden wouldn't sing. Oh. Oh, I've played this one already. It's a good one. You could say anything from like, oh, it's from an old edition of D&D, and I'd probably believe it at this point. This is the song about our backstory, interestingly enough. This is the song that we're writing about our wife. Because what we found out so far about the backstory is that basically we were brought to a baron and to perform, and she wouldn't sing. And for some reason, that ended up with us getting arrested because that was seen as an act of rebellion, I guess, against the Rat Baron. And who knows what happened to her. This song is about you, isn't it? My controller is disconnected. I guess I'm using the mouse now. Aye, it is. What happens next? I don't know yet. It's a fine song, but I don't think it's gonna help me. Fatal's eyes slowly close as sleep catches her. Hey, she's going to sleep. I like that this quest is basically just she can't sleep. We're gonna help her sleep. But we need beetle eggs. Tibbets, a race of people who could turn into house cats. I mean, fair. What the fuck do we want to do now? We need to get to the rest gate. I thought she was going to tell us about that, but I guess she didn't. Touch with a whistle. Meet the blacksmith on the cliffs. West gate. Why am I being so unbelievably stupid? We're a little faster now. In our little rat armor. I'm such a stupid person, and you'll understand why in a couple of seconds. As we might as well get our lantern out. I'm so stupid. Hello, sir. Halt! Lower keep and the harbour are closed. I have orders to join the squad. Seems to be in order. Open the gate. You know how I said I can't open this door? That's how you open the door. You just talk to the fucking man. I'm so dumb. Lightning. I know what you're talking about. The way I run the Fae, and I think sort of inspired on basic Fae when it comes to D&D, is that like Fae animal spirits totally do exist. That is a thing. I'm actually fleshing it out right now, where like in the Feywild there's both mundane animals and sort of awakened Fae animals that have intelligence, almost like animal spirits. Is totally a thing. By my reckoning. Who's there? Private Scow, sir. Scow? I was transferred here. It was an ambush, Scow. There were so many of them waiting for us. We didn't stand a chance. Where are the others? Taken. I have an antidote. There was nothing I could do. Filthy creatures swarming everywhere like mice. Shh, drink this. You definitely lift the squad leader's head and pour the vial's contents into his mouth. Thank you, friend. Try to save your strength. It's too late for me. Cold, so cold. Wait, take this! Kith, Bowdle, Scarf. Find them, help them. Beware the spiders. Beware the gall worms. Down in the catacombs of dwindling heights by the stench of decay, galworms are ghastly creatures capable of decapitating a cat with a single venomous bite. Despite their name, galworms are in fact arthropods. Good, thanks. They're resilient to poisons. Lightning, I didn't take your idea. It's just something that makes sense for... So the thing about Yavaskir as a D&D setting is that, you know, I've taken a lot of things that necessarily don't make sense in D&D, or maybe they make sense, they're just not fleshed out very well in what exists right now, and you have to have a gazillion books from older editions to make them make sense, and even then they don't make sense for the new rules. I just made them make sense. So the Feywild and Shadowfell and all the other realms are changed to make more sense for me, which is why everything's ended up being changed. So it's not that I'm, you know, copycatting you or something. It's just that your concept of you know, animal spirits totally falls in line with how I like to run my worlds. You know, I run things based much more on logic than necessarily rules. You're not heavy enough to trigger this mechanism? Go down? Even more? What? And that's why I think Yavaskir is such an interesting setting, because through the logic that me and my players have created over around 5 years, you know, things have changed to be, you know, so they make more sense for me and my players. Oh, I definitely still need this. The harbor's underground. I didn't expect that. There's a prisoner on the loose. Keep an eye out for him. I will. Nasty beggar. Anything to report? The jailer's turned up dead. Tossed down the well. Great. I didn't even think about pickpocketing the guys and fucking right beside them. That changes everything. Elevator gate key, understandably. Hey! It's a giant big boy. Some gold. Hello, big boy. That's your ass, probably. Wait, tell me they dropped their whistle down here. But I can't find it anywhere. Oh, wait, obviously. Trough, whistle, done. Alright, great. Nothing else we do down here. We weren't heavy enough to activate one of the switch, which is super weird. But they're totally must be something we can do. Well, that's the thing, Lightning. There's so much, you know, deep D&D lore, I guess is the best way to say it, for places like Faerun, for settings that already exist, you know. It's all very interesting. You handed me a key. They're designed for heavier creatures. And I'm not a heavy creature. What key did you give me? Gates of the Great Hall. Where the fuck is the Great Hall? Oh! There's a little tiny hole. Alright, this is probably the state where you fucking drop the disguise, because... Actually, let's just take this. Well, Burn, that's exactly what I've done, is I take the lore of the existing D&D settings and I build from them. And that's the fun thing is I've built not just from Faerun. There's There's also, you know, little bits of other settings as well. Because, you know, I just take things that are interesting and I put my own twist on it. The way I often describe it is that, you know, Yavaskir is D&D, but with a lot more of Ollie in it, which is the best way to describe it. Hey, those poisoned mushrooms that we've seen before. There's a coffin in here. There's just stuff in there. We should equip the creepy mask. And avoid that entirely. Is straight up is creepy catacombs. Let's go down to the poison first. Blue fire. This was not what I was expecting. Oh, look, platforming. Why am I changing my armor? Well, I'm trying to give myself a little more falling resistance. Just in case we fall to an untimely demise. Dunlane's urn? Curious. Well, exactly, yeah. In D&D, if you want to play a pirate game, you make a pirate game, you know. Oh, rip. If you want... You know, that's the sort of thing. You know, Yavaskir is traditional fantasy, but with a lot more of, my changes to it. We didn't save for so long because of the way the game saves. And you know what? That's okay. But exactly, Lightning House has a point where, you know, you could just run Faerun and do a more pirate-focused plot. I could do a very pirate-focused plot in Yavaskir, and in fact, I've got like plans for them and stuff like that. You know, especially when for streams, like you really got to aim them more in a particular direction, which is fun actually. But I'm more of the point on the side Burned is on where it's like, hey, in D&D, I like doing my own thing. I like making my own setting. I like playing around with that. I enjoy that a little more. But you know what? If you don't, that's fine. Issue being, this place isn't gonna have a place to save. Unless I can save it. I gotta run. I just want to talk about cute mice game and you're making me talk about D&D. I want to talk about how cute I am being... I mean, of course, this falling resistance doesn't really matter because we're just gonna, like, die anyway. But honestly, you know, that's life. We can hide in the coffin, though. That's fucked up, but let's do that so I can save. Well, the Monday game, Lightning, as I've explicitly stated many times, is an off-stream game. Just so you're aware. Yeah, I just can't make that jump. Okay. I don't know what Dunlane's urn is, but I feel like that's important. Oh, I bet I can give that to the commander for something, actually. Whoop. Unless I can jump from here, but it really doesn't look like it. It looks like that's somewhere I can get back from here, from the other side, maybe? That's just, it looks possible, but I don't think it is, because, you know, this game is not a platforming game. As in, you know, you can platform, but, like, you don't have platforming controls, because you're just a tiny little mouse man. Do we have the thief's hat yet? I guess not. Let's just crawl upon the dead, shall we? That really makes me happy. Thief hat. You know when I said how I needed the thief hat? Oh, this guy got chomped. It actually is just like worse. Wait, are we full thief now? We're missing one bit of thief. Yeah, if I was planning a new D&D stream... Well, I was planning a new D&D stream for a time, but then I realized I couldn't really do that right now. It's a lot of stuff. Pine cones explode. Nice. Ah! What the fuck? What the fuck? Alright. Don't do that. Yeah, my Monday off-stream game is also in Yavaskir. Like I've said many times, like a lot, all over the place. And I am planning ways for everything to happen in that game to be documented, even though it's not going to be streamed. Especially on my Patreon, there is going to be details about it, so that you can find out more about it. Yeah, but as Ian's saying, Arveen, you know, that Monday off-stream game's been going on for 5 years, so that's why I'm not, you know, it's not news, I guess. So the horrible, horrible beasties live there. Horrible, horrible, horrible beasties. We're not even here to fight them. Hythe's urn. Yeah, well, the thing is, Burned, is that actually the streaming isn't stressful. The prep work for a D&D stream is pretty stressful on my end. The actual, like, doing of the stream does not bother me at all, funnily enough. That's a bit of a glitch, but, you know, that's the only time we've noticed that this is like an indie game. And you know what? That's very easy to do. This is the Great Hall. He gave us the key. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, Plex, the game the second stream I was going to run was also going to be in Yavaskir, because the whole point is, you know, it's a living world where, you know, there might be multiple parties and you're probably not gonna see all of it and all that sort of stuff. Now I'm planning the new Monday game to show you some aspects of it. Because, you know, I know that some people really like to, you know, JavaScript is an interesting setting. Some people just want to find out more about the lore. Some people want to find out more about the character. Some people just like hearing about D&D. So I'm planning on letting that all be known one way or another. This just loops around? It just loops around. But to what end? But the full disclosure, you know, most of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about is, you know, it's going to be the sort of, I'm going to show more stuff. That's going to be on Patreon first. That's going to be one of those things where early access is on Patreon, and then it'll eventually all be live in other places and other ways later on. Now, if you've been an Ollie fan for a real long time, you might know a little bit more about what I'm saying. You might know what I'm talking about. And it's something I'm playing with and might not be definite, but we'll see. Yeah, it's real fun to play games. It's really fun to have two parties in the same world. That's why I always try to do it. That's why, because it's really fun. They can slightly mess with each other. They can, you know, find out more things. Like, characters can show up through the different worlds. You know, it's... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's very fun. It's very interesting, which is why I do it. And that's why I'm going to try and find a way to... Well, I have a planned way to show you what's happening in the Monday game, even if I'm not streaming it. Slashes. For just $1, you're going to be able to see the early access project. Just $1 a month. The program I have where I upload tokens is $3 a month, where basically as I make tokens, I upload them on Patreon. You know, I don't make tokens incredibly often. What I usually do is I upload, I make them from full paintings. So, you know, that's a thing. But you still get them for Patreon. And for $5 a month, you get access to vlogs that I do sometimes. As well as that, for higher level subscription tiers, you actually get to mess around with the D&D party on the Wednesday show. Or the Monday show if you really want, but... There's a spider! What the fuck? It's kind of cute. They had to choose the cutest spider type, didn't they? Hello. I don't feel good about that, mate. Yeah, Golden Sun. Oh, I don't see a way to get around that guy. Maybe we can just sneaky past the spider. Nope, run. Why did they have to choose the cutest spider to make the enemy spiders look like? It makes me so fucking confused about my feelings. Burned, yes. There have been 2 characters created through that program on my Patreon. And to full disclosure, considering we're talking about it, because people are interested, you get more stuff. You get to make a character for each season that you're supporting. So one of the characters was played, and the other one was entirely designed to hate Scott. And basically you give me a rough idea and I flesh it out a little more and... A spark to light a fire. Are you a spirit? A name. Dunlane? Dunlane, I. It's the spirit of Dunlane! Allay a name. Sing a song. One of these has got to be about Dunlane. It's the Gilded Warrior's about Dunlane, right? We played it earlier. Yes, Lightning. The Emerald Flame. I think this is about him. Dunlane! Dunlane! Skin like gold. His courage stirred, hearts froze with dread. And others went where Dunlane led. Charlene and Nikto joined the fight, black and white and blue as night. Bathed in bright abyss's light, 12 rats face down, green flames might. There we go. And came the mighty Claren's call, and Dunlane, Jarl, and Nikto all did summon forth a hurricane that quenched at last the dire flame. I didn't read it last time. That's pretty cool. I believe, although I don't have Patreon open right now, the tier for creating a character for Yavaskir is $40? I believe? I don't have it open right now. It should say. And my Patreon should be linked down below if you're looking. Aye, aye. Toko's ember expands, glowing brighter as it coalesces into a ghostly figure. Good mouse. What place is this? The tomb of the hero Dunlane. Dunlane, I was Dunlane of Dal, which is the capital of the Ratlands, or was. Never regained after the war. Oh. It was an honor to meet such a great legend. A legend. I am the shade of a warrior, nothing more. How strange, to speak and be heard for the first time in 1,000 years. But why have you come here, Ghost of a Tale! Ghost of a Tale! This is the ghost of the tale. Ah! I'm so mad. Ah! Why have you come here, good mouse? I sense you have questions. In the legend, it said you're a male. History is built upon the ruins of the truth. I'm beginning to understand that. Good mouse, what place is this? Are there others like you? My comrades faded long ago, only their bones remain, and their dust. I'm down, man! It's like when I worked out why Hollow Knight was called Hollow Knight. I was like, oh! I'm looking for something precious, something lost. I see, though I sense what you truly seek will not be found here. I'm doing this for Mera, my wife. There are many treasures here. I'm wealthier now than I was in life. Strange. I would trade it all for a single word, a memory. To be seen. You've already given far more. Pray, take what you wish. You've been alone all this time. Can all the dead be come upon? All. Nay, only those who die in confusion or profound regret will linger. Why do you remain? I must stay here until I can remember. Remember who? Someone I loved. I cannot recall. Yeah, this game makes the bits fall in slow-mo. I don't know why. You have someone you hope to reach? I, my son. Be glad that he is at peace, good mouse. You would not wish this for him. You've been alone all the time. Pilgrims, none have been here in, the last was a rat, a good rat. He spoke to me, although he did not know I was there. His name I don't remember, but he was a heaven burden for him to bear. What was his name? His name was sharp at the end, like a point of a knife. He took something and left it in place here, at the altar. He saw one day to return what he had taken, but alas, that day has not yet come. Forgive me, Lady Dunlane, I must go. Good mouse. This vessel contains something of me. Pray. Take it when I am needed. I will come to you. My lady, I don't know how to thank you. Till we meet again, good mouse. I hope you find what it is you seek. What? This is ghosts now. Which shouldn't surprise me because it's the ghost of a tale. And I'm fairly sure this is actually, we have to take this out. Right? Carry the chest back. This is gonna take a while. But yeah, to digress, because this is gonna take a while, I love the indie. I love DMing most of all. And while right now, just because of life, I can't DM 2 shows, I'm excited that people like JavaScript, that they like my style, that they like the characters in the game, and that's why my Monday game, even though it's not going to be streamed, I'm gonna make it available. And like I said, the plan is to, and that Monday game's starting next week. You know, on Patreon, everything will be a week in advance, which is cool. And then they'll be on my website, and they'll be on Twitter, and I'll probably post them in Discord as well. I'll post them in all the places, so that you can know what is going on. You can't change clothes while you're near someone? Does Dunlane count as a someone? It's kind of fucked up that Dunlane was actually a woman and history made her a man. I'm so glad that I've been reading all the lore and like trying to pay attention to the songs, because it's making this game so much deeper. Well, that's a big bird. The great magpie's cry shakes the hall, knocking you from your feet. The chest slips from your paws and splinters against the flagstones. Okay, we don't need to keep carrying the chest then, but we aren't heavy enough to trigger this mechanism, which is annoying. I don't think there's anything else we can pick up and use yet. No. Because that's why I was like, hey, I can't go there yet. So, yeah, now we just go. Who even cares about real life? This is all about fantasy. You know what? Let's not get super excited. I'm gonna save and pause, and we are going to take a break for a couple of minutes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.